Good morning, YouTube. It is I, Sneaky Teak, back today for more Peglin Cruciball attempts. Unfamiliar with Cruciball? One needs only look to the sky for more information about the mode. In we go. Without further ado, would you like a boost? Tactical treat, refresh moves after every shot, well done stake, healing 4 when reloading. Suffer the sling. You have +1 stone in Cruciball 5. And your stones have reduced stats. +1, +2 will make a huge difference in our consistency and output in the early game. And I like it. Let's go with that. Played a little bit of Cruciball off air, off stream, off recording, off YouTube. And I learned some more things. I have some new thoughts, so hopefully we'll get to them. Unicorn Horn, we've been sleeping on it. It's way better than I thought. It's one of the best ways to understand micro adjustments, subpixel adjustments, so I hope we find it today. Well, if I think of more things, I'll talk about them when we get there. For now, let's solve this first level. And as we do so, I'll try to remember what else I learned. Okay, 2 bombs on this level fully solve it. Let's start working our way there. We also need to make a plan. Oh, well. You know what? Maybe we'll take fights this time. Right, left. That hits 2 chests, 4 fights, 1 event, and then leaves us to take the 1 guaranteed elite and more events on the way out. I think I quite like that, actually. If we're going right, then we should start clearing right. So let's do so. I do have trouble with these particular pegs. The brick pegs. I think somebody said in the comments that they used to not bounce at all. They used to completely deaden your momentum. And I feel like that would make a huge difference because the little bit of bounce makes quite a substantial change to trying to ride the line, right? To trying to ride that rail, which is really what I would like to do in these cases. So far, we're definitely feeling the buff from Suffer the Sling. Feels nice. However, unfortunately, we've used every bomb before this last 100 health plant, which means we're going to take some damage. And that's okay. Some is acceptable. This is interesting, right? Because left is probably the most consistent damage, but I also want to be sure that we can actually get out to the right, since that is our plan. And so I think we need to accept a potential drop in output in order to open our path. There was another one of those times, right? So where I wanted to ride this, and I just couldn't quite do it. There we go. Nice. Taking another hit, not a big deal. Let's skip Dag Orb here because we're not going to go there. We only need 28 damage. Can we get there? Not in this hit. That's okay. There's quite a lot of variance in enemy fights, especially before you've gotten some orbs, some relics, some upgrades. Oh my, Tiki. Okay, well, if there's a lesson I've learned today, it's that shooting into this set of pegs on this particular level, it just ain't gonna work. You gotta go for those side pegs and trust that it'll give you a decent result. GG offered Bold Orb, Stone, or Darkness Eterball. Let's take Bold Orb. That's our first source of AoE. In general, I find that I prefer to take a source of AoE as soon as I can. Bold Orb or Poltergeist being AoE right away, right? Another thing that I learned, Orbalisk can be enough damage for the entire run. I think I already kind of knew this, but if you rate Orbalisk highly, then the extra stone that you're given in Cruciball won't feel like so much of a nerf. And that's a curious thing, right? That's a really curious thing. In general, it's diluting your orb pool. But if you're planning to take Orbalisk fairly highly, it might actually make it more powerful. I think in the run that I posted in the community posts or whatever, we had something like a 1732. And that was one of, I think I had 5 Orbalisks in that deck. And 3 of them were fully upgraded. So it's just every time I hit them, something died, right? Something died. Okay, we're planning to go right. That's why I'm trying to clear towards the right. At this point, what we really want is to hit some bombs. It certainly feels like going left here is going to be the strongest hit, but it also has the risk of hitting this refresh, right? So let's bounce to the right. I wonder if we should go off the ceiling here, actually, to get a bit of a tighter bounce. Actually, I think I like that. If we can just hit these bombs, we're going to be so Gucci. That's all I want. Oh, no. No, no. We did the one thing that we couldn't do. We refreshed. Well, not ideal. In that case, we stay left. I mean, we're already halfway there. Those are going to be the easiest bombs to hit at this point. Nice. Oh, man. Okay. To the left we go once again. Nice. 1 bomb down. 2 bombs down. Wow, what a clear. Hello. Okay, we're probably gonna have to take some damage on the way out to go right. That's the one downside of where we've ended up. Let's upgrade Bold Orb to get better AoE. I'm hoping that I can just kind of split the gap here, but we'll see. Yes! Nice! Nice. Okay, we'll take it. You know, it really wasn't that much damage, all things considered. We had a real struggle there, working those 2 bombs. Gardener's Glove? What the heck? I've never seen this. Attack steal plus 10 damage to plants. Okay. I don't mind. Plan was left, 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 left. So we're gonna have to work hard because there's no room for error on that path, right? If at any point we cannot go left, then the plan is canceled. Seems like we're gonna want to discard fairly eagerly here to get towards Bold Orb. Yeah, I'll take this line to help do it, absolutely. I think it's very unlikely that we manage to hit that crit, but if we do, this will be a very good shot. This is another level where I've really struggled with these brick pegs. In general, I find that I struggle on the brick peg levels, which is interesting because when I first started playing the demo, I remember the brick pegs being very manageable, and so yeah, I'm inclined to believe what was said here, that the brick pegs have been changed in some substantial way. Okay, that was enough damage exactly to kill that first plant. We have plus 10 damage to plants, but it said 24, so I wonder if that's only plus 10 damage when direct attacking plants or what. I don't know. Nice ride. And a bomb. Not bad. Okay, now we're getting down to the final line here. We really have to work on getting out to the left. So let's step on the gas. Once we hit this bomb, we're clear. Nice, that's 1 off from killing a red slime, which is actually ideal. Oh, never mind. Because it was on the reload, it was not ideal. We did end up getting hit, but reason I initially said it was ideal is I was thinking, well, that'll give us a chance to clear more to the left, huh? 67 life is a little lower than I'd like it to be before we've taken any real challenges, but I do like that we have a 4/8 Bold Orb, fully upgraded Bold Orb. It definitely means that we have at least 1 orb in our kit that we're super excited to get to. Not so good if we hit, say, spiders here. It's more than a feeling. Okay. We have to go left, and this is a level where I often mess up the traversal because I get stuck in the web and fall straight down. So I really want to work on opening up the left side path before really I do anything else. We are going to take a lot of damage on this level. And that's another thing about the early game that's really interesting. If you play the slime levels right, you'll come out damage-free, even with just a base kit, even in Cruciball. But levels that have rangers, like the spider level, you're going to take damage. And that chip damage can really add up. It's part of the reason why I generally prefer to take events to fights, but I've been finding that I'm slightly overpicking events, and the reason is that even though you're not guaranteed an upgrade in fights, it's one of the only consistent ways to get orb upgrades. And without orb upgrades, you're just gonna have a bad time, right? So I've started kind of trying to strike a balance to where I'm still preferring events in many cases, but I am also making sure to take some number of fights so that we can get the good pieces of our kit upgraded. In this case, we just have to take a bunch of fights from here because it's the best path overall. Teak, you fully upgraded Bold Orb and then you skipped it. Why? Because like all of our enemies are flyers right now, and Bold Orb can only be on the ground. It's kind of devastating actually that that's the case. I mean, this was really the time for Bold Orb to shine, for AoE to shine, but what are you gonna do? Okay, I'd say we're good enough on the left side path. What we need to focus on now is getting out of here without dying, which is going to be easier said than done. Easily get a kill here. What we want to do is work towards these bombs. I mean, without them, we're just going to take another 20 damage, right? Something like. I think there's one bomb which is fairly accessible for us to work towards. Come on, get to 50. Oh, don't. Oh, that's fine, that's fine. I actually didn't switch my target to the bat. I'm not sure why. All the spiders are on the ground right now. Oh my gosh, we didn't kill the blue slime. So killer. This is one of those runs to where it's like, what were we supposed to do? Like, what else could we do? We just are going to take 50 damage here. There was no other orb for us to take. I mean, yeah, we could have avoided more fights, right? Really. That's it. That's the thing. Rough, though. Freaking rough. Well, I suspect that we will survive. But not by much. It's going to put us in a really bad position to take on any other challenges. Got one bomb before we push over towards the refresh. Hopefully that's enough for the kill here on the left spider. I think it was. It was. I have to take a heal from this fight. I mean, we finished upgrading our Bold Orbs, so not the end of the world if we do take a heal, right? I think that's the angle to bounce straight. Not quite. I thought I was gonna wake up today, drink my coffee, have a nice, relaxing game of Peglin with you all, talk about strategy, enjoy my... No, it's straight into the meat grinder with you, Peglin. We gotta heal. We don't have a choice. However, we did a good job opening up the left side path. Over-constrained map is hard. You gotta get to the bombs. You gotta get traversal. You gotta make sure to target the right enemies. You've got alternating aerial and ground. And you're gonna get caught in the web, and it's gonna pull you straight down. Tough map. Hey, but this is a cool start, right? We get to start with the Dag Orb, straight into a crit, get tons of damage on this first blue slime. Start working towards some of these bombs. Nice to see the left side get opened up. Instant kill. Yeah, just a really solid start. Very happy with that. All right, you get to bouncing. Trying out this ceiling shot sometimes when I want just a little bit more of a steep trajectory on the map, and I've been liking the result. Let's try it again. It was very similar, but this is where I wish I had Unicorn Horn, because hitting between those pegs made for a very poor outcome, right? All right, this is a good time for Bold Orb to hopefully do some good work. We'll take 32 AoE, 33, 40. That's a lot of damage. Okay, from here, we have to hit bombs. No bombs? No good. Which is why I'm gonna go back to the right, actually, because right is the chance to where we have the best, or rather the side with the best chance to hit some bombs here. This is another one of those levels that I find is fairly high variance and also really difficult. It is surprisingly hard to target the bombs on the bottom. Very often in the pursuit of this outcome, you will accidentally refresh your orbs, or your pegs rather, and you'll be left in a position where it's basically impossible to hit the bombs. Yes! That's a great outcome. And we've opened up the path out. Huge, huge. We killed off all the lower stuff. Now we just have the 2 bats left. I mean, that's perfect. That's ideal. I definitely think that in some of these levels, the game changer is just willingly taking some bad shots in the very beginning. Just accepting that a couple of your shots are going to be not that great and focusing on using them to set up. But when you get too much tunnel vision in Peglin, it often doesn't pay off. I mean, you still need to go a little bit broad. You still have to hit some pegs. If you just aim for exactly one peg that you want to clear, your output is too low. So it's difficult. But that was much better than the previous fight. I mean, we came in at 35, left at 27, 8 damage total. That's not so bad. Bramball, Mamorb, and Refresh Orb. Okay, I've had some people say, Teak, we think you're overtaking Bramball. And I hear you, but this single Bramball is the difference between dying and winning the Minotaur fight if we get it. Literally, that's the differentiator. It could be worth 50 life. It's not that I want it forever. It's not that it's good in every fight. It's not that it's great in Act 2 or Act 3. But right now we have 27 life, and we're angling to try to take an elite. Truth be told, I'm not sure we're going to be allowed to, because without plus bombs, the AoE fights are very likely to kill us, particularly the ranged plants. I think we just lose to, even with the Gardener's Gloves. But maybe we'll find relics that make the difference. Bad cheese! Deal 25 damage to all enemies when reloading. Okay, no, that really does help. Quite a lot. We're reloading, you know, once a fight. That's like a half of a bomb. Right now, that matters. A healing effect here would be nice. Special button. The board will contain 1 additional crit spot. Okay. Okay. We'll take crits. Ranged plant to start. Our boss is Avogadro, which is another reason why we're happy to have Bold Orb. You know what? We're going to put the Bold Orb in the middle here. Let's work on opening up that left side path. And let's work on getting to one of these bombs. Oh, okay. Oh, no. Yep, that's exactly not... Nope, that's not it. All right. Nice. Nice refresh. Okay. That's huge. Now we can send the Bold Orb to the middle. Hopefully it's not too big to ride the lightning here. It might be, to be honest. Well, we'll find out. No, that's pretty good. We'll take 44 AoE. That's like a bomb that doesn't hit the air. Wah, wah. This is another level where getting to the bombs is nigh on impossible, but also completely required. We're gonna just take some hits here while we get to this bomb. Nice. Well, we cleared to it. Go us. I think that's the angle right there. Come on, hit it. She's put in the work there. Nice. One bomb. Can I live? This becomes the question. Switch to Bramball here to push back the red slime. To give us a little bit of time to figure this out. Okay. Now we have to hit this bomb twice in a row, no mistakes. I've got the aim perfect, I just don't move the mouse. 3 HP? Good enough for me. Listen. Listen. If we lose this run, there are no hard feelings. I have had very many runs of Peglin to where I thought to myself, this outcome is on me. I have made this. There were a plethora of opportunities for me to play better, to make better decisions, to draft better. But if we lose this run, not to say there's nothing to learn, because there's plenty. There's always something to learn. However, I am willing to forgive us. I will release us from our responsibility. We are henceforth absolved from this outcome because what the heck? What the heck, man? This run has been brutal. We even had a pretty good start, I think, with Suffer the Sling. It's pretty nice, but bombs. Bombs. Okay. How the heck do I get out of this hole? Upgrading an orb ain't gonna do it. I think I have to heal, and this is gonna sound crazy, but I think I have to go to this elite. We simply must get stronger. We don't have the orbs, we don't have the relics, we just don't have the kit to get anything done. Drafting a relic from an elite fight could make all the difference. Fair chance we die here. I give this, but this run already has like 20% equity. I mean, I really think it's... Okay, Minotaur actually could be a good outcome for us. We just need to rush Bramball always. Always. Rush Bramball always. Suffer the Sling will really help us in this fight. This might be best case elite for us. And we still may fail to kill them, but at least there's hope. Always Bramble all the time. Always Bramble all the time. Always all the time Bramble. We'll get some good damage out of Bold Orb here, even without the AoE. It's just a very upgraded orb for us. And we could go straight into a crit there. 100 damage. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, our Bramble's going to be running out here. Nice round. Let's get back to it quick. Oh no. Skip. 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 It's 4 shots until we get to Bramble. I'm pretty sure they're to us at that point. So... then realistically, we just have to plan to not get it. Like, we have to do 200 damage without. We can survive 1 hit? Oh, wait, are we gonna get it just in time? We might actually be in the money here. I'm not sure what the movement timing is. Oh, dang. Yeah, I think we're barely slow, right? Maybe we still have this. Retired with severance no more? They're here. This is tricky because discarding and going to Bramble is a reduction in our damage output. But it also then lets us reload right before they swing. So after this, they'll prep, and then they'll swing. Guaranteed 25 damage on the reload. So if we think we can consistently do 54 on this shot, yeah, but I don't think that, right? I don't actually think that. That's the trouble. Nice shot. I'm alive! I just have to do 18! You gotta believe in the pegs. You have to. You must believe in the pegs. Oh no. Yes! Yes! I'm alive! Oh god. Okay. Once again, I'm asking you to heal yourself. Peg bag. Board will contain 2 additional refresh or dumbbell. Every 2 reloads grants 1 strength. Okay. I was sleeping on this to a certain extent because apparently, unlike the other things like decoy orb that reference reloads, when you pull in all of your orbs at the start of your fight, it counts as 1 reload. So in the worst case, this is +1/+1 every other fight. It's not atrocious. Plus refreshes can be really, really helpful, especially in Cruciball, because you start with only 1, okay? So this is a 200% increase in available refresh on their board, which could be a differentiator for, say, the Avogadro fight, to where we're gonna need to refresh sometimes in order to keep up. But the +1/+1, say, for the boss fight, could be a pretty big differentiator. It certainly is possible. I think I take refreshes here. It's just board consistency, but I'm not sure that that is the right decision. To be honest, it might be. Equity in this run is still really low. Even if we survive Act 1, we have such a tough setup to be able to take Act 2. And the events are doing damage! Ah! I don't want to duplicate those at all. Okay. Oh god, and refreshes are valuable. Ugh. Okay. Honestly, I think we have to duplicate all orbs here because we can't afford the health to not. And then what we have to hope is that that we go left and the fight drops an Orbalisk. And if that happens, at least we have a decent damage source. Other option is to go right and hope that we get the kind of rare healing event. I haven't seen it in 15 runs, but I know that there's a healing event. Unless it's been removed. 16 life.
Get up, Tiki. It's time to go to work. And it's gonna be a hard day.
Yeah? Is that right? Okay. I just don't know what event would bail us out. Like, we can't take Orboros right now. We don't have the relic support for it to go into the boss. There is the Orbalisk event, and that's legit. Heart of the cards. Maybe we'll end up going left anyway. I mean, certainly looks like it. I don't like this heart of these cards. It does not beat for me. This map is doable. There's hope. Now, if we could hit that crit, yes. Let's go, baby. It's all slimes. We can get out of this without taking damage. We can, and we should. We should get out of this without taking damage. The big thing is it's quite hard to get to this bomb, actually, and you only get it once, right? So... But it looks like we're just going to kind of take each of these on as they spawn. So far, so good. I like that we have a Bramble coming up here, too. That's relevant. +2 refreshes is making this much, much more manageable, that's for sure. Not quite dead, but almost. Get to the Bramble again. We have 2 now. Thank you, Duplicate All Orbs event. Very generous of you to have done that. I want to go to the refresh here. It minimizes the damage we can do, but just landing the Bramble against this enemy is enough to make us win damageless, and that was our primary objective, right? Wow. Just trying to think about this Avogadro fight. I mean, remember, every time Avogadro swings, you take 10 damage. As it stands, we can only take 1 hit. Baborb could save us. But the heal, 20 HP, that's 2 more Avogadro hits. Is that enough? Notably, Bramble not very good for that fight, because you don't want to lock Avogadro next to you, but the Boldorb that we have is good. This is so nasty. 1 Baborb with our deck is just not enough. Literally, we have to heal. I think that the heal increases our equity in the run ever so slightly, like ever so slightly. It comes down to inches. Inches. Peglin. What's it gonna be, dog? How's it gonna go? Hit that crit, come on.
Come on, hit that crit. Come on.
Dang it. We would have done 200 damage in that first shot. I mean, that's nuts. Well, I was really hoping to hit the refresh there. It's okay. We'll just Boldorb over to this right side, and that'll be nice and strong. And maybe we'll hit that refresh. Woo! You love to see them bounce. Another 100. Plant down. Okay, but we've used both of our Boldorbs, right? So it's troubling. Nice. Oh, that's a huge refresh. Wow. Wow, that's massive, actually. I do wish we could have thrown that Dag Orb at Avogadro. I mean, that would have been a lot of damage, but we'll take it. I'm just kind of trying to focus on getting the crit value and get as many bounces as possible. With the +2 refreshes, we can always refresh, you know, just when we need to, right? Consistently just when we need to. The middle. It's a nasty place to be. Uh-oh. The middle. It's a nasty place to be. I really cannot afford to take these hits. I guess as long as there's a plant here, Avogadro can't move. So maybe it's actually advantaged. Reloading does 25 AoE. Oh no, we're dead. Unless we can kill right now, which is improbable. If I can line this bounce up to hit that refresh, maybe there's a chance. It was pretty freaking close. But there's, yeah, that's it. GG. Okay, I said it earlier. No regrets. Just none. I mean, the start is just brutal, right? We just received no power here. Consistency. More refresh was a really good drop. And like I said, Suffer the Sling is not a bad start. But there's some fights that just a little bit of damage in your starting kit is not enough to keep up with. We took an absolute beating, just a drubbing, a flubbing, a stomping, a boot smacking in a couple of those hallway fights. The spider fight in particular in Act 1 can be an absolute nightmare. And I haven't found consistent tech with the starter deck to deal with it. Certain relics, like more bombs, certain orbs, like Poltergeist, can make a huge difference in that fight, but in the absence of those pickups, it's just gonna be a bad time. It's just a question of if you get it. But that's something for us to think about, right? How exactly can we make that fight more consistent? Because if we had another 20 health right now, we beat the act. Do we go on to win the run? Probably not, to be honest. Like I said, if we get wall boss next act, we're not even close. Our damage output is not close. Our scaling is not close. Our consistency for hallway fights, like we could die in the brick slimes fight in the very, very first room. We are not in a strong position in this run, and so maybe it's not worth thinking too much about how to survive the act when the total equity for the run is so low. But it is an interesting consideration. And one of the things that I'm going to love to watch over time is how many fights are up to us as a player to figure out, to solve, to learn more about, to gain consistency on, and how many fights are just going to change. It's still early access. So much could change in this game before we reach the balance of 1.0 that at this point, there's the game in the game, right? The meta game of what can I learn that's permanent and what will fade with time. Hey, but a lovely run. I like these that are close. You know, I think a lot of people prefer runs that are way over the top, that are, you know, absolute, the Dead Branch corruption kind of runs. And I like them occasionally as well, but to me, those are novelty items. Runs that are very close, either wins or losses, are my favorite. Because in those runs, you have to be so invested. You get to that point to where every decision is so key. And I really felt that in this run. So a lovely one. I'm eager to share it. I'm sorry, the curse is back. I cured the curse off screen, but you know what? We'll just have to keep playing and keep picking up more tools. And sometimes, pachinko gon pachinko. We just take those with the rest. That being said, that's going to be it from me, folks. From my home to yours, from me, from Kevin, and from Bevan. Nothing but love. Have a wonderful day and a fantastic rest of your week to come, and hope to catch you all again soon in the next video. Peace.